Hi, welcome to Walkers in August Yoga. My name is Emily, and this flow is made especially for the Kanna Yoga series, but it can be enjoyed at any time. And it will include features of Ashtanga, the modified half primary, of mindful twisting, and also some Yin yoga holds. We'll begin with some Zen meditation and breathing practices. Find a comfortable seat. You may wish to be up on a block or a pillow. Adjusting your seat from side to side, creating some space in between your ankles. And when you feel like you have your foundation, rising up, gaining length in your spine, chest forward. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky, gaze follows. Big inhale, and then placing our palms down on our knees. Taking some shoulder rolls backward, and some shoulder rolls forward. One more big inhale, and exhale through mouth. Beautiful. Beginning with our breathing, you're welcome to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. Start to notice your inhales and your exhales. Listening for the sound of your breath. Gaining some breath awareness. Awareness of the sound of your breath. Drawing in and releasing. The physical change in your body, the rise of your belly, the filling of your chest, rising of your shoulders, and then the releasing down. For the next 30 seconds, simply notice your breath. The Zen technique of breath awareness. And let it go. Great. Next, we'll try counting our breaths, another Zen breathing technique. And when we count our breaths, one inhale and one exhale is one breath. And as our mind wanders, we simply come back to our counting and start at one. No problem. That's just the mind doing what the mind does. We'll count up to 5 together, and then we'll try counting on our own. And then we'll count our breaths together once again. Let's take a big inhale and a big exhale. And we'll start counting our breaths. Inhale 1, exhale 1, inhale 2, exhale 2. Inhale 3, exhale 3, inhale 4, exhale 4, big inhale for 5, one more sip, full release. Awesome. Let's take an inhale and exhale to cleanse. And we'll try counting our breath on our own. You can use your fingers, that's really helpful to keep track of your breaths. Try counting 5 of your breaths on your own, remembering that one inhale and one exhale is one. And if your mind wanders, no problem. Bring it back into your breathing and your count. Feeling settled Let's begin. 5 breaths. Did you count about 5? Great. Let's count together again. Big inhale and exhale to cleanse. Letting it go, non-attachment to our practice. And then we'll count to 5 together. Big inhale, 1. And release. Inhale, 2. And release. Inhale, 3. Release. Inhale, 4. Release. Big inhale for 5. Another sip in. And full release out of mouth. Wonderful. We've gone through breath awareness, counting the breath, and now we'll go to noticing our thoughts. When we're breathing and noticing our thoughts, what we're doing is every time we notice that our thoughts have wandered, we somehow make note of that. So if you like, you can write them down on a piece of paper in front of you for a steadier practice if you bring this into your daily stillness practice. Or you can simply make a note and have a general idea of how many times your mind wanders in a set amount of time. Your mind could wander 1,000 times and you're still breathing, you're still meditating. The mind is simply doing its job. And imagine the image of a snow globe with all the glitter flying around. The glitter is like our thoughts, and our job isn't to stop all the glitter from moving. Our job is to see the full picture, that the snow globe with the glitter is fully present and in this very moment. So all of our thoughts swirling around us can be going on while we are in seated meditation, and that doesn't make us a bad meditator. We are all meditators. So let's begin noticing our thoughts. Think about how you want to keep track, maybe on your fingers, or simply just noticing, oh, my mind wandered, let me bring it back. So what will we be focusing on if it's not our thoughts? It is our breath. Pay attention to the air coming into your nostrils, out of your mouth. Pay attention to your hands on your knees, your physical seat. And really the main character of our thoughts will be that breath coming in and out. In and out. Our mind wanders thinking about this or that, and then we bring it back. In and out. In and out. Mind wanders way over here, like something on the loose. We bring it back. In and out. And that allows us to gain that non-attachment and self-awareness, and ultimately self-care and compassion. So let's give it a try. Big inhale and exhale to cleanse. Finding your seat again. And we will find 3 minutes of stillness. Simply noticing the breath. And begin. releasing any control you have of your breath. Coming back in touch with reality. Great, we did it. We've been sitting for about 12 minutes or so. That's called a Zen sit. And consider if something like that could be a part of your daily ritual, or maybe something you return to a few times a week for 5, 10, or 15 minutes, bringing that stillness practice into your life. Let's find some movement. Still in our seat, let's drop our chin down to our chest, feeling the long neck behind us. Letting our weight sink forward. And then gently bringing right ear to right shoulder. Maybe we gaze up toward the left. Then rocking chin back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Maybe gazing up toward the right. Continue that rocking from side to side in front of you. And if it feels okay, you can start to move your neck around and behind you. In each direction, taking care with your neck. And if you feel any sticky or tricky spots, acknowledging where that is and then backing off. No need to force it. Moving your neck in circles. And then eventually finding stillness in that neutral neck in the center once again. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Maybe finding a slight back bend. And then bringing our arms out in front of us. Left arm comes across the body. Using your right arm for support. Gazing over your left shoulder. Getting a shoulder stretch and a little twist here. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Arms come wide. Big inhale, open. Exhale, right arm comes across the body, left arm's there for support, gazing over the right shoulder, finding the shoulder stretch and twist. Big inhale. Exhale, release, bringing arms wide. Once again, inhale, chest opens. And release down. Inhale, arms up to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, right hand will pat yourself on the back. Elbow to the sky. Your left hand can help that right elbow moving toward the sky. And if it feels okay for you, the left arm can come behind your back. Maybe there's a space between your hands. Maybe your hands touch. No need to force it here. Big inhale, lifting chest. And exhale, release. Bringing both arms up again. Big inhale up. Exhale, left hand pats yourself on the back. Right hand assists. Chest forward. Getting some shoulder mobility. If it feels okay, the right arm can spiral around on your back. Maybe there's a space between your fingers. Maybe they touch. No bind, no problem. Big inhale, lift chest. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms up to the sky once again. Exhale, we'll twist over to the right, left hand on the right knee, right arm reaching toward the ground. Mindful twisting here, starting with our base, increasing throughout our spine, our shoulders, our neck, and then our eyes. Big inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Inhale, arms to the sky. Once again, gaze follows. Exhale, twisting to the left, right hand on the left knee, left arm behind you, maybe touching the ground. Gazing over your left shoulder, going for quality. Big inhale. And exhale, release back to center. One more time, let's inhale our arms to the sky, gaze follows. Maybe a slight back bend. Pressing your hands together, exhale, hands into chest. And always an invitation to the vibration of Om. Big inhale. And release down. Removing any props that you have that you were sitting on, we'll come into our seat with our knees to the sky. Hands are behind you. Fingers can be pointing into your seat or away from you. And we'll gently rock our knees from side to side, finding that 90-90 motion, and allowing our sit bones to come off the ground, allowing the bowl of our hips to spill over from side to side as we shift our weight from side to side. The next time you're over on the right, allow your left hand to come up and over your legs, finding that seated twist. Left sit bone is lifted, gazing over the right shoulder. One more big inhale. Exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit farther, gazing to the right. And then release back to center. Nice. Moving from side to side. Next time you're on the left side, allowing all your weight to shift over to the left. Right hand comes over, gazing over your left shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit more. One more big inhale. And exhale, release back to center. Nice. Couple more 90-90s to wake up the hips. And then we'll shift back into child's pose. Child's pose will be back to the back of our mat, and you can choose how far apart your knees are here. Heels coming back, arms reaching forward. And your forehead can come to the mat, or you can place a block below your forehead. Breathing deeply here, fill your belly. Feel your forehead against the mat for grounding. And this child's pose, Balasana, is always available to you. Let's find a banana shape here, walking our hands over to the right. They can even come off your mat. And it might feel good to place your left ear on the mat, gazing to the right. Feeling the opening of our left side body, breathing into the left side. One more big inhale. And exhale, release back to center, finding that neutral child's pose once again. Maybe you stretch a little bit longer with your arms, lengthening spine. Big inhale. And then exhale, we'll walk our hands over to the left, maybe off the mat. And it might feel good to have the right ear down, gazing to the left. Feeling the opening in our right side body. One more big inhale, and exhale, release back to center. Nice, enjoying that child's pose. Then let's walk our hands in toward us, weight shifting backward, and we'll thread the needle from here. Right arm extends like a wing, gaze follows, big inhale. Exhale, the right arm comes through, shoulder comes toward the mat for threading the needle from child's pose. Left hand can stay on the mat, or if it feels okay for you, can come up and over, opening that left shoulder as well. We'll take 5 deep breaths here. You know how to count your breath. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the left hand down to the mat to provide support. Inhale, right arm comes up again, gaze follows. Exhale, planting the right hand. Switching to the left side. Inhale, left arm up to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, threading that right arm through, the left arm through, left shoulder toward the mat. Your head can come down on the mat or a block. Right hand can be on the mat, or again, if it feels okay, can come up and over toward your back, getting a nice shoulder opening on the right side. Breathing deeply for 5. One more big inhale. And exhale, right hand comes through the mat to provide support. Left arm out to the side. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, planting both hands down. Shifting your weight forward, coming into a tabletop. Finding our neutral table where wrists are below shoulders, knees are below our hips. And finding some cat-cows here. Inhaling, chest comes forward for cow. Exhale, tucking tail. Inhale, cow. Maybe gaze comes up. Exhale, cat, rounding of the spine. One more, big inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Then finding our neutral spine. Like we did in child's pose, we'll walk our hands over to the right. Maybe even off your mat, feeling the opening in our left side body, gazing over toward the right. Big inhale, feel your left side body. Exhale, release, hands come back to center. Finding a little movement here, shifting hips from side to side, and then we'll repeat on the left. Walking our left hands over. Hands over to the left side. Big inhale, feeling the right side body. Gazing over the left shoulder. And gently walking back to your neutral tabletop. Shifting our wrists in different directions. Maybe fingers can go out to the sides of your mat. And shifting from right to left, getting a nice stretch in our wrists. Slight bend in the elbows so we don't hyperextend. One more, cow. Exhale, cat. And then we'll shift our weight forward even more, coming down onto our belly, extending arms out in a T. Forehead is pressed against the mat. For a moment, sinking down, grounding ourselves, feeling our belly expand as we breathe. And then we'll move into a shoulder stretch, planting your right hand on the mat, shifting weight over to the left side. Maybe that right leg comes up and over, and you can place your left ear on the mat. Feeling opening in our left shoulder and a slight twist in our back. Here for 5 deep breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Finding the T with your arms once again. Forehead toward the mat. Then shifting to the other side, left hand on the mat. Weight shifts over to the right side. Maybe that left leg comes up and over. Finding some stillness and release here, not holding on to any tension. Breathing deeply for 5. One more big inhale. And exhale, releasing back to center. Finding that T with the arms for just a beat. And then placing your hands next to your chest for low cobra or baby cobra. Inhale, lifting chest, feeling a back bend. Exhale, release down. Inhale, pressing down with your hands, lifting up with your chest. Maybe you increase that to a higher cobra. Elbows are still bent and facing backward. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, release down onto belly. One more inhale, lift chest. Exhale, release down for our cobras. Coming into seal pose, finding that lift in the chest again, maybe shifting your weight forward for steadiness, and then hands come to the 2 top corners of your mat. Fingers are spread out wide, like you are a seal with her flippers forward. Gaze is down toward the top of your mat. Using your arms for stability and feeling the back bend. Your legs are long behind you. One more big inhale. And exhale, release down all the way to the mat. Hands plant beside your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, coming through our tabletop and our cat spine, finding child's pose. Coming back to that stillness of the breath, breath awareness. And the acknowledgement that coming into this very moment allows us to live in our present. And that life is like a string of moments. This moment, the next moment, the next moment. Which allows us to focus in exactly where we are. Letting go of the past. Letting go of the future. And living exactly where we are. Feel your belly rise and fall. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes beneath you. And then taking your time to rise up into our down dog. First down dog of the day. Hands are forward, fingers spread out like we did in seal. Hands pushing your mat forward, feet pushing your mat backward. Heels coming toward the mat. Tuck of navel, tuck of chin. Let's pedal out our feet or walk our dog here to wake up our hips. One more big inhale. And exhale, tiptoe your feet rounding your spine all the way up to your hands toward the top of your mat. And here we are in a forward fold. Head comes down heavy. You can hold on to opposite elbows, knees bend. The top half of your body is sinking down to the ground. Weight shifts toward the balls of your feet. Finding that fold, the chest on thigh. Listening to your breath. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands down. Tuck your chin and take your time to rise, sliding your hands up your legs for control and steadiness. Stacking vertebrae. Finding yourself at the top of your mat, about a foot backward. Feet are hips distance apart, which is roughly 2 fists next to each other in between your feet, and we're all built differently. Slight bend in the knee for some bounce. And this is our mountain pose. Shoulders up and back. Feeling strong and planted like a large mountain. Unshakable by nature. Big inhale. Exhale, release. And we'll find a sun salutation A or a vinyasa. Let's inhale our arms up, gaze follows. Exhale, folding forward, hinge down at the hips, knees bend. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands and step or jump back. Finding that plank pose, lower down, knees can drop, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, finding that chest lift. Tuck toes, exhale, down dog. We're here in this down dog for 5 breaths. See if you can find some stillness. You can always come down onto your forearms if that helps relieve some pressure from your shoulders. You can also drop your knees. Adjusting your stance. Your hands or your feet so you can feel centered. One more big inhale. And exhale, step or take a couple jumps to bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands.
Tuck your chin and rise all the way to standing like we did before. Nice, shaking it out. Now we'll come into a modified Sun B, Sun Salutation B, which begins and ends with chair pose and includes some warriors. Big inhale, exhale, release. Preparing for chair pose, bring our toes together so they touch, big toes, and then a little space between our heels. Bend in knee. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, sitting down in your chair, finding a little cat-cow in your lower spine to find a neutral spine. Sinking down, and then inhale, lift up to stand. Exhale, hinging from the hips, hands come down, bend knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, down dog. From your down dog, shifting weight to your left foot. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee into chest, rounding your back. Inhale, leg to sky. Exhale, planting your foot for warrior one. Right foot plants. Left foot plants. Right toes are forward, left are out to the side. Taking our time to rise with control. Hips and shoulders are facing the front of your mat. Arms can be up or in prayer or out in cactus, finding the arm position of your choice. Big inhale and exhale. Sinking down into your warrior, coming into a right degree angle in your right knee. Big inhale and exhale, opening into warrior two. Arms come to a T. We widen our stance. Now hips and shoulders are facing the long side of our mat. Still coming into that right degree angle in the right knee. Right toes forward, left toes out to the side. Gazing toward the middle finger of our right hand. Breathing deeply, sinking down. From here we'll twist and we'll allow our left heel to lift. Twisting forward, left heel lifts, maybe comes in a bit, and then the left arm comes forward, right arm is backward. Warrior two, twist. Using our gaze for balance. Gaze starts forward at our left hand. Maybe we can draw our gaze back over our right shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, release, spiraling back, finding that warrior two. Then warrior one, facing the front. Big inhale, and then we'll let it go. Hands come down. Right leg back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. We'll repeat on the other side. First, gaining some steadiness and breath in our down dog. Right foot plants. Inhale, left leg to the sky. This is a three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee into chest, rounding of the spine. Inhale, lift left leg. Exhale, plant left foot. Right foot plants. Rising up, finding that warrior one on the left side. Adjusting hips and shoulders to face the front. Finding an arm positioning that works for you. Big inhale. Exhale, coming into warrior two. The right foot steps back. Hips and shoulders facing the open side of your mat. Gaze forward, sinking in to that front knee. Big inhale. Exhale, twist, allowing the right heel to lift. Right arm forward, left arm backward for a twisted warrior two. Gaze can start up with the right hand, and then maybe you can draw it back toward the left, engaging your glute for balance, using your breath. Big inhale. Exhale, release, untwisting, finding that warrior 2. And then that warrior 1. We'll let it go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding over, hands plant. Left leg comes back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here for 5 breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, step or jump. Try jumping if you haven't yet. Up toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crown to the ground. Anticipating chair pose, bringing your feet together. Tucking chin, rising with control. Big inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit in your chair. And this time we'll find a twisted chair. Big inhale. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, gazing over right shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow to left knee, gazing over left shoulder. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck chin and coming up to stand. Nice. Finding that mountain pose once again. And we'll vinyasa to our seat. You can simply sit down, or I'll guide a vinyasa like our sun salutation A. Finding our mountain pose. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step, or if you haven't tried it yet, try jumping. Back to your plank. Lower down, knees can drop. Inhale, up dog, tuck toes. Let's go into child's pose. Breathing deeply. And then we'll lift chest. And then swing our legs around. Nice. Coming into Dandasana or staff pose, feet are forward, toes to the sky. Knees slightly bent, chest lifted. Here for 5 breaths. This is a simple and active posture. Gazing toward your toes, gaining length in the spine. One more big inhale. And then exhale, planting your hands behind you, fingers coming into your seat. And coming into either a reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Reverse table will plant your feet. Lifting hips, neck can go back if it feels okay. And if you want to extend into a reverse plank, legs are straight, lifting hips up. Breathing for 5. Engaging your glutes, lifting your hips. One more big inhale up. Exhale, release down with control, taking care of your neck. Neck is in its cradle and then gently releases up. Nice. Bringing your feet in together in a diamond shape in front of you. And then we'll round over. Let's take a big inhale, lift chest. And then round over, chest, chin, forehead, getting that cat back of the spine, releasing the spine. Hands can be on your feet or on either side of your feet. And you can wiggle your sit bones back a little bit to gain some space. Here for 10 deep breaths. Releasing down, not holding on to anything. Certainly not any expectations from ourselves.
Finding your full stretch here, maybe shifting arms forward. And then let's tuck our chin and come back up to a seat. Knees come to the sky. Let's windshield wiper to each side, kind of like the 90-90s we did at the beginning, but a little more rooted. And then we'll find figure 4, left foot plants, right ankle just above left knee. And you can come in as close as you'd like here. It can be very active for you, or you can lean back a little bit, depending how you're feeling today. And then we'll gently shift our legs from side to side, feeling that twist. Twisting is really helpful for our digestion, squeezing out toxins, helping to make sure that we care for our bodies. We will drink a lot of water, use the bathroom, replenish ourselves. Big inhale, full expression, chest comes forward. Exhale, release down, both knees to the sky. Then left ankle just above the right knee, rocking from side to side. Coming in as close as you like. This can be a very active stretch, feeling that on the upper right leg, or it can be a little looser. Caring for our body allows us to be our best selves so that we can be there for others. When we're able to live in our moment, letting go of any anger or resentment from the past and any anxiety for the future, we're able to respond to our life and respond to others. Learning to have non-attachment to our feelings and very, very kind, compassionate self-talk allows us to be who we want to be, always forgiving ourselves. Releasing down. Let's hug our knees into our chest and transition into boat pose. Let's try grabbing our toes with our peace fingers, your pointer and middle finger and your thumb around your big toes, and moving your legs into straight with a slight bend in the knee. And there can be a tendency to want to round our back here. Let's bring our chest forward, shoulder blades come behind us so we're active and engaged. And as we do that, our knees will bend, but that's okay. This is a more active boat posture. And let's see if we can keep this action by releasing our hands. Nice. Hands stay active, chest forward, shoulders back, arms engaged. Let's see if we can straighten our legs a little bit more, straighten our arms a little bit more. Then finding a twist, moving something from one side to the other. And then maybe we get our legs involved, pedaling out feet, finding that twist. Boat pose or Navasana in action. One more on each side, and then we'll find that boat again. Maybe a low boat, the legs go forward, maybe arms go up above. Coming back in, squeezing your knees and release. Nice. Let's rock ourselves onto our backs, hugging behind your legs, moving forward and backward a couple times. Until eventually we're on our backs, knees to the sky. Bringing our feet toward the edges of our mat, knees together. Adjusting your shoulders on your mat and planting your lower back. So taking a couple cat-cows with your spine and finding that neutral spine where there's a slight dip but no over-exaggeration. Nice, and then we'll move our knees the opposite way with our feet together and our knees out to the side. So it looks almost like we were in that folded diamond, but we're reclined. And this is called a Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta is reclined, Baddha is bound, Kona angle asana posture. We're in a reclined, bound angle posture. Arms can be up overhead, mirroring that diamond shape of our legs. Sink it down. Coming into more of the yin part of our practice. Yin is cool energy, the moon, feminine, downward moving. Whereas yang is more hot, masculine, angry, active, and they balance each other out. And what yin teaches us is that we don't have to do much, that being exactly who we are is powerful. And that we can let go of the ideal version of ourselves and really love and enjoy the real self. With care, let's bring our knees back up to the sky, maybe a little windshield wiper. And then straightening the left leg. Let's hug in our right knee. Left leg long. Right knee will come up and over to the left side. Right sit bone lifts. Gazing over the right shoulder. And if you'd like to make this into a cat catching its tail, bending your right leg and bending your left leg and reaching for left toes with right hand. So you're in a bound twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Wherever you are in your twist, enjoying. Sinking deeply, releasing into the posture. Mindfully twisting. Noticing your breath, the rising and falling of your lungs. Counting out 5 more breaths. Then coming out of this posture, lengthening your bottom left leg. Taking your gaze from over to the right, can come more neutral. And then gently hugging in your right knee, allowing your right sit bone to come back to the mat. Hips and shoulders facing the sky, hug in your right knee once again. And then let it go, stretching long, maybe arms up overhead, big inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, hugging in the left knee, right leg is long. Then left knee comes up over toward the right side of your body. Left sit bone lifts like a bowl spilling over. Gaze can come over your left shoulder, not straining, but that's the direction of your gaze and your twist. And then if you'd like to be a cat catching its tail, bending the bottom right leg, and reaching for toes with your left fingers. No bind, no problem. Releasing any tension you may be holding in your jaw or shoulders or neck. And see if you can sink down using that yin energy, the downward moving. Letting go of any expectations you might have for yourself. and allowing yourself to simply be. Whenever your mind wanders, bringing your mind back to your breath. And letting go of any stories you might be telling yourself. Take 5 more big breaths here. One more big inhale. And exhale will release, straightening the bottom left leg. Oops. Other side, bottom right leg. And gently unwinding. Hugging in your left knee one more time. And releasing low. Let's hug our knees into our chest, rocking from side to side. And then coming into a happy baby, feet are toward the sky. You can hold on to the insides of your feet or grab onto your toes with peace fingers again. Our hands will gently pull our feet to the ground, but more using that gravity to release our elbows and knees toward the ground. Shoulder blades roll up and back behind you, chest open. Sinking down into stillness. Happy baby or stirrup posture in Yin. Finding a little movement here, you can bend and straighten your legs, rocking from side to side. And then eventually legs straighten, you can release the grip you had. Hands can come beneath your seat to help support you. Shoulder blades rolled under, feet to the sky. I've heard this called waterfall. If shoulder stand is in your practice, you can lift up your hips. Feet can go up and over your head. Knees in toward you. Enjoying the benefits of the inversion. Hugging knees into chest one more time, big squeeze. And then releasing legs long. Any other movements you'd like to take before our Shavasana final rest? Scanning your body for any tension, anything you might be holding on to. And then eventually laying long. I'll send you off into your Shavasana with a guided visual meditation. First, let's take a couple big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, release through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale, release. Big inhale. One more sip. Release. All of the air out of you. Imagine that you are entering a home, a place that you love, a place that you feel safe. And then you walk down the hall and down the steps. 3, 2, 1. And you're surrounded by people you love, people that make you laugh and feel welcome. You can smell the food that you really enjoy, that nourishes you and refreshes you. The taste that you look forward to all year. You hear music that you enjoy, some of your favorite songs, songs that make you want to dance, songs that make you feel light and playful. You're feeling confident and comfortable in clothing that you love, shoes that feel good on your feet, or maybe you're barefoot. Your skin and hair and eyes, you feel well and full and rested and joyful. You're surrounded by a group of people who will listen to you and allow you to share your ideas, to be exactly yourself. There's no pressure to say anything interesting or fun. You yourself are enough. Really soak in the image that you've created. Maybe it's a place that you know that you're excited to visit again. Or maybe it's a place that you've created in your mind, this utopia feeling. And this image that you've created, allow the feeling that you feel when you imagine that to fill your whole body. The smell of the food, the taste, the feeling of your clothing, the atmosphere, the texture. And allow this to be your inner resource. This place that you can return to. A place that you might be looking for. And the details can change, and who's there and what you're talking about and your favorite food or your favorite music. But that feeling of being right at home in this moment, of permission to be yourself and to laugh and be surrounded by people that you love without judgment. That feeling is your inner resource. And now in your Shavasana rest, allow that feeling, that golden light to fill your body from the tips of your toes, all the way up your legs, your mid-body, filling your shoulders and chest, down your arms, extending to the tips of your fingers, filling your throat and your jaw, releasing any tension in your jaw, maybe swallowing. Big inhale, exhale, release anything you're holding on to in your face, any expression, smoothing out your thoughts. And even to the tip of the crown of your head, feel that sensation and joy, your inner resource. Allow that golden light to fill the entire room around you, bathing in a feeling of peace and comfort, and then letting it go. We've been breathing and practicing together for about an hour. Please enjoy another 5, 10, or 15 minutes of your Shavasana rest, really soaking it in and letting the benefits of your practice energetically, spiritually, and physically to soak in. It's always a pleasure to practice with you, and I hope that the benefits of your yoga spill into your life in many ways. The light in me bows and honors to the light in you. Namaste.